Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Wait, no, hold on, I gotta redo that. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Kerbal Space Program video. I think that's the first time I've gotten my series confused. Well, at least, you know, confusing Kerbal Space Program with Farming Simulator. I mean, that's a pretty big confusion, I would say. But anyways, we'll just ignore that. Because, yeah, today we are launching a relay tower. Because, you know, relay satellites, they're all good, but you just gotta love the big towers, you know? Big, awesome towers with a bunch of satellite dishes on them, as you can see here. We're gonna be launching some of these, not to somewhere else on Kerbin, but we're actually going to be launching them to Dres. Because if we check out our tracking station, I think you guys all know at this point if you've been following this series for a while. But for those who haven't been following for that long, yeah, at Dres, we actually have, well, a lot of things. But let me just turn off all these things. Turn off everything except for the relays. As you can see, we got two relays, and actually it seems like one of them is catching up to the other one, so yeah, we probably need to fix that a bit. Maybe get this one in a higher, or get this one in a lower orbit so that it yeah, speeds up. But anyway, yeah, we got two Dres relays here, and they've been orbiting Dres for a while. So yeah, what I'm thinking about are Dres relays right here. You know, they're pretty small. They're pretty tiny. So really, the goal with these was to be able to ping data from Kerbin. Yeah, to ping data from Kerbin through these relays out to Joule. But as you can see, these things are they're relatively tiny. They're pretty small boys. So yeah, they're not really that helpful when it comes to relaying things. And also, I think the solar panels aren't enough to recharge. Oh no, they're fine. Limited probe. I just confused why it says limited probe control. Oh, because we don't have a signal. See, this is exactly the problem. These relays, they don't have a signal. Because they're so weak. They're only, you know, these 2G antennas. They're not that great. Anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and, yeah, okay. There we go. I just needed to do that real quick, so now that this satellite is now in a lower orbit, so it should move faster than this one. Actually, hold on. I didn't even check to see which way they're going. Okay, no, we're good then. Yeah, so over time, yeah, this satellite should speed up and speed away from this one now. So that's all fine and good. At least we're keeping these satellites in check so they don't hit each other. But anyways, yeah, these satellites are too weak. We need some big, powerful relay towers on Dres, so that way the signal can come from Kerbin, hit the relay tower, then hit the satellite, and then probably hit another relay tower, and then ping off far off. We could do more satellites, but as you can see, the problem with satellites is they get out of sync like this. So relay towers, if we put them on the surface, you know, they'll just kind of stay there, and, you know, Dres's rotation will allow them to, you know, we'll need at least 3, basically. I guess we could put with just, like, 1 on the North Pole. That could work, but I kind of like the idea of putting 3 along the equator. Just because I think that sounds more exciting than just putting 1 on the North Pole. But we could just put 1 on the North Pole. That would probably be fine, and that would probably work. But, yeah, we'll just do 3 on the equator. That'll be fine. So anyways, let's go ahead and get back to the Space Center then, now that we've seen that situation with those Dres satellites. So yeah, here we go. So yeah, this is the relay tower that we will be launching to Dres. And yeah, we're using a docking port to make use of the ground anchor pieces again. And this time I made sure to have the RCS. We have RCS on the top and the bottom. So it should be a little bit more easy to maneuver. The previous one was really hard to maneuver. Because, yeah, we didn't have proper RCS control. It kept on, like, wanting to fall over. It was like balancing a broom. This one should be a bit easier. But I'm still expecting to have a bit of trouble with this. So, yeah, we are actually currently at an okay Dres window. Not the best. So we probably need a bit more fuel if we want to get it within this window, which I would like to. That would be good. So I'm thinking about replacing these solid fuel boosters for twin bore boosters, just to give us that extra delta V that we might need to, launch 2 Dres at the inconvenient window. So just gonna do that real quick. We'll grab 2 of these, smack them on the side. Flopping all over the place. There we go. Okay. Looks good. I like that. So yeah, we'll go ahead and I wonder, should we do fuel pumping or I think this will be fine? Fire, yeah, all engines at once. Okay, yeah, the thrust weight ratios are insane. So we can actually crank back the thrust limiter on this to about half. Oh no, because we're on Dres. Whoops. Okay, Kerbin. Yeah, these will be at full thrust, this will be at half thrust. And then we can adjust that limiter. Oh, there you go. So now when I hit spacebar, it automatically does the sequence. I'm so smart. Okay, perfect. See, when I hit spacebar, it's automatically going to set this to max thrust. 1.51 seems like a good thrust weight ratio off the pad. Don't want to book it off there. But there we go. That's going to be our rocket. That's going to be good. So yeah, we're going to have to launch 3 of these. So, yep, I'll go ahead and speed up through the launches. Because, yeah, launching 3 of these may not be the most exciting thing in the world. Especially since it's the exact same thing. And then after we launch 3 of these, we're also going to have to launch a Kerbal. Probably on a mining ship. Seems like, I feel like it's the best option. That way we can place all the ground anchors and kind of hop around Dres. Yeah. I originally designed an ion-powered craft with a nuclear engine lander. And it was kind of cool. But it did take forever to leave Kerbin. I'm like, you know what? I don't really want to deal with this. So yeah. We're just going to do just a normal craft that can go to Dres. Nothing ion powered, because ions take too long. Okay, here we go. Okay, well there we go. All 3 relay towers are now successfully in their are now in orbit. And yeah, it seems like just having these towers is actually, yeah, they can see strengthened our signals out into the system. Obviously though, we're struggling to reach we're still struggling to reach our interplanetary telescopes. And we're still struggling to reach Dres, even though we are getting really close to Dres. We are struggling to ping a signal off of Dres and any further into the solar system. So, yeah, that is very important that we get that set up, so that way Gene and Big Boi have a good signal. Yeah, it looks like Gene is actually struggling to get a signal right now, whereas Big Boi is doing a bit better because it's got a bit bigger relays. But yeah. Gene is struggling. And then also, you can't forget, we have the telescopes. Interplanetary scope, we have the Big Boi interplanetary telescope. And then we also have the Duna one. Yeah, the Duna telescope actually can't even get a signal right now. So, yeah, that's a little unfortunate for it. So, yeah. Really need these relays up to Dres. It's really going to help our signal. And maybe we'll need some more powerful relays around Kerbin. Because right now, I don't actually know what the relay situation around Kerbin is. I mean, we have these ones. But what? Oh, and also, they're kind of getting out of sync as well. Yeah, it's bound to happen over the course of a lot of time. But yeah, these are starting to get out of sync. So, yeah, what are these? How powerful are these relay sets? Will these need to be upgraded at some point? I wonder. No, I think is that the most powerful relay dish? Yeah, that's the R100, RA100. I think that's the most powerful one. plus 2 of the high gain ones. So yeah, these should be pretty good. Yeah. These should be pretty good relays. But yeah, I think I'll go ahead and have you burn retrograde just like the other one did. To hopefully put some more space in the formation. Great job, little guy. Also, we can close your service bay. You know, there's no reason for that to be open. There we go. Happy satellite boy. Yeah, perfect. They actually did end up removing. After the first launch, I realized we had so much extra Delta V. I ended up removing one of the tanks here, and we even have still too much. We could probably remove this tank right here, and like shrink this down a whole ton. But I think it's fine. I mean, these relay towers aren't that heavy, so yeah. It was a little bit too easy for this rocket, I would say. But I just wanted to make sure we had enough Delta V to get to Dres, even with this unoptimal transfer window. And we do. So anyway, let's go ahead and yeah, this should have enough Delta V to get to Dres and get back home, I think. 15. Well, maybe we'll have a separate stage to get back home. Yeah. Well, yeah, no, because the lander's going to be a mining ship. That's right. I'm trying to remember what exactly I wanted to do. Yes, no, the lander's going to be a mining ship. This is like... Down, look at this. Is like a small version, like a tiny version of the thing for the Big Boi, which is kind of neat. I didn't really plan it to be that way, but you know, beautiful. Okay, this looks good. Okay, perfect. Okay, I think this is ready. I think everything we need is here, oh, except for one thing, the actual like cargo that we need to take down to the surface. Right. Right, and I needed some pretty big cargo bays for that. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was the problem that we were having, was we need some pretty big cargo bays for these massive docking ports. What if on the side here, we just attached the docking ports, and you could dock to them? So I just, like, grab a docking port, take it off, and go. Okay, and then I'm just gonna clip... do a bit of clipping, but I just want to put one of these SEQ storage containers inside of these. I mean, there's enough room for these to fit in here. So I wouldn't say it's that bad of clipping, just imagine these are like little storage containers. So that way it makes sense. And then we close the shroud. Yeah, so these little shrouds are little storage containers. And then we got the small docking port on the top. It works. It's easy. It's simple. And yeah, we just grab one of these, take it down to the surface. Easy. But that'll work. That'll work right there. See, we got our ground anchors, we got our lights. And yeah, that should work. There we go. Okay, so we got little care packages that we can take down with our little thing. We can haul them down, hopefully have enough Delta V to do so. I think so. We get on a bit more Delta V, right? Perfect. That looks good. And these still extend. Yep. I say that's a pretty cool looking thing right there. Oh yeah. Here we could even go for the bigger monopropellant tanks. Go. There we go. That looks cool. Okay. I like this little thing. It looks very sci-fi and very interesting, I guess. Oh yeah, we need a brave Kerbal. Who's not been to Dres before? And is an engineer? I guess you're the only engineer. And you haven't been to Dres before. Welcome. Yeah, I don't favor the conditions here either. But relax, you'll be fine. It is a very small, cramped little capsule. But you know, it'll be a fun trip all the way out to Dres to place some docking ports. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and launch this. And then, yeah, afterwards, we'll focus on trying to get all the relay towers to Dres. It'll be a lot of maneuver node making. I'll just go ahead and kind of skip through that though. I'll do like 1 or 2 on camera. Probably just 1 actually. Probably you guys don't need to see 2. But yeah, we'll just do slow. We'll do 1 maneuver node on camera, and then I'll do the rest off camera, because I feel like you guys kind of know how to get to Dres. Maybe I honestly don't know. If you don't know how to get to Dres, well, I'm sorry. Okay, okay. We're tilting the wrong way. Okay. Yee! Okay, there we go. That took a little bit of a while because of how heavy this survey scanner is. I didn't realize how heavy it was, so yeah. Had to actually, yeah, because of the offset center of weight, had to go for some engines that had a bit more gimbal control, and I added fins just to be safe, but yeah. Yeah, needed a lot more control because this rocket, yeah, the survey scanner being on the side here. Yeah. It was, yeah, causing the whole rocket to flip around on ascent. But no, there we go. We are now in space. We can go and extend all 4 of our solar panels. And yeah, go ahead and plot a course for Dres. But no, these are very nice. I do like... Oh no. Wait, hold on. I put things in here. That one's full, the other ones aren't. You gotta be kidding me. Well, time to do that launch again. Oh my goodness. I've done this launch so many times. But yeah, the survey scanner on its spindly little arm that I had it on, it just wasn't working. I had to put it on the back here. And even still, it is way too flip happy. Even with the fins and the gimbal, it just doesn't like existing. I mean, that could also have been the reason why we were flipping, because these storage units are unbalanced. So that could have also been a reason. But yeah, let's go ahead and load these up with ground anchors too. And also lights. There we go. Okay. Save. Launch. Okay, there we go. Got everything this time. Okay, so let's go ahead and plot our course for Dres. Okie dokie. I just did some calculations and found out that we do not have enough delta V to reach Dres where it currently is. See, the problem with Dres currently where it is not that we're kind of slightly past the transfer window, it's because of this tilt. Look at how much further down Dres is compared to us, and then by the time we get to it, it's all the way up here at its peak. So, I found out that when to get to Dres, and this goes for really both the planets that are heavily inclined, Elu and Dres. I think we just got lucky with Dres the first time, because when getting to Dres or Elu, you want to encounter them, and I just recently learned this, when they're orbital plane, you want to encounter them when their orbital plane is flat. So, if we do a maneuver node now, and try to get to Dres now, what ends up happening is we end up burning all the way out. We get it out to where Dres is, and Dres is miles ahead miles above us. So we have to do an expensive inclination change. So this is an inclination change of several thousand meters per second just to get our orbit to intersect Dres. And then we have to do another inclination change once we encounter Dres, because now, to circularize, we gotta match our orbit to Dres. So that's another circularization and a big inclination change. And as you can see, that is a lot of delta V. Over 2,000 delta V here, and about another 500 delta V over here. So yeah, see, that will not do. We do not have the delta V to splurge on that. But if we follow what the maneuver tool says, and the maneuver tool says, hey, we can get to Dres for 15,000 meters per second. Very close. It'll cost us 13,000 to get there, and only 15,000 to circularize. We create that, and where's the encounter? Oh, look. It's trying to encounter it while it's right over here, although that's going to be in a year and 123 days. But as you can see, we're encountering it when it's the least inclined. And as you can see, by encountering Dres at a slightly more efficient time, we can get a relatively cheap circularization. Instead of costing 2,000, as you guys saw before. Oh, it's pretty glitchy, actually. Whoa. We can get it for, there we go, 1,200. It's kind of glitching out a little bit because there's so many maneuver nodes. But you guys see what I'm talking about, right? How good waiting for the Dres window is. So yeah, we're not going to launch today. We're going to wait for this 2-year window. I think it already set an alarm for it. Yeah, it did. Anchor placer to Dres. Yeah. But yeah, learn something new every day. I had no idea that making sure you encounter, I mean, it makes sense now, but yeah, you want to make sure you encounter when the planet is not too above you or below you. You want to, because it's expensive. It takes a lot of fuel. Let's go ahead and finish this video off with some gravity assists. So we'll go ahead and hop into who gets the first SOI change? Whoever this is. So whoever you are, because I forget, it's been a while. I forget who gets this SOI change. Hey, it's the Big Boi. The Big Boi gets this SOI change. Wonderful. So, you currently have 390 meters per second left. Left to do any sort of orbital maneuvers. But as we can see, we have a Kerbin encounter. And another Mun encounter, it seems like. Okay. Let's go and warp a bit closer. Coming on down. Zooming on by. I'm gonna go ahead and get the gene on screen as well. But yeah, this should hopefully send us all the way out to Jewel. And to Tylo. Exciting. Man, I think this thing's gonna look really cool, just kind of flying around. That's the main reason why I wanted to send Big Boi to Jewel. I just think it's gonna look so cool with the gravity ring spinning. And yeah, just like flying around and watching all the planets. That's one of the reasons why the Jewel system is really cool, because as you time warp around and as you orbit around, you get to see all the other moons orbit around and enjoy life as little moons. If we take a focus view on Kerbin, let's see what exactly we're doing. Okay, so we're flying by, past our relay satellites, and then we're also encountering the Mun. And our Mun encounter is pretty far off as well, so it's not really giving us any real effect. But should we pull this in closer is my question. Do we need a tighter gravity? By slowing down, are we actually going higher? So we kind of peak right about there. That's about as close as we can get. Now, if we take this maneuver and actually do a prograde burn of like 100 at Mun. Okay, I think that's actually... I think this is lined up pretty well, actually. I think we're going to get the Joule encounter. There's Kerbin. Wow. And there's the Mun. Kerbin, you really had to pull this sick joke again. Okay, there we go. So we have 7 meters per second left. Oh, and I think did we overshoot our encounter? We overshot our burn by 17 meters per second. Luckily I made a quick save. Cool, got a Joule encounter. Awesome, and then we got 20 meters per second left to fine-tune it at some point over here. Is that enough to bring that? Oh, gosh. That's a lot of delta V required to do that. 38 meters per second to get a low. To get the low down. Oh boy. That's crazy. No, anything I do, it seems like it's like gonna be 100 meters per second just to get our orbit down to a point where we can like get down with the planets. It's gonna be like 200 meters per second just to have a chance at a Tylo encounter. Maybe the Hydra can come and catch up. Maybe. I mean, the Hydra's going to the same place. Or, not the Hydra, Gene. Yeah, so we could catch up. We have 2,000 meters per second, so we could give at least, probably, I don't know, 1,000 meters per second to spare. With all this fuel. So yeah, that might just be what we do to help the Big Boi before the refueler can arrive. But yeah, that looks good. I like that orbit, but let's see if we can't get like an intercept with the Big Boi further down the line. 375, so 1,000 meters per second, 375. Perfect. I like that. That's way cheaper. Okay. Big ol' burn at Kerbin to save the Big Boi. We stole fuel from them at the beginning of this mission, and now we have to give back. Would this be like the form of karma? Like just several years late? But yeah, no, we'll get the Big Boi refueler. It's easier for Gene to rendezvous with Big Boi than it is for the refueler to rendezvous with Big Boi right now, because, well, the refueler would have to leave Duna at a proper window, which Duna's not at a proper at all window, encounter it, and stuff. Whereas the Gene is pretty much like right here. Like, Big Boi is pretty close by as far as space goes. So, yeah. It's interesting. Anyway. It's a 5-hour burn and it's 5 hours away. That's pretty cool. I like that. Wait, I thought we were getting like an encounter super close. Oh no, you're not telling me to do the burn now, are you? We're not going to be there in 5 hours. What are you on? Oh, wait. These low? They are low. They're low. Okay, maybe we will be there in 5 hours? Yeah. Okay, cool. Whee! I'm like, we should be a bit closer to Kerbin. Right? Shouldn't we be? And also, yeah, 5-hour burn. That's insane. Okay, there we go. That's more like it. Oh yeah, literally just radial in. I forgot that most of this is literally just radial in. I'm like, oh, an epic burn in the direction we're moving. Nope, it's literally gonna be a burn radial in. This is gonna look fun on the good old camera tools. Deja vu. Dun 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 Da-da-dun, spacecraft drifting. Spacecraft drifting. Spacecraft drifting. That is hilarious. Oh shoot, this looks like... Oh no, we're still fine. It looks like we're totally just like trying to get into the atmosphere. It's like, please let me into the atmosphere. But this is not the most efficient way to do it. Okay, as soon as it reaches 70 before passing periapsis, I'm cutting it. Periapsis is at 80. Oh. I think we'll actually make it, you know. I think we'll successfully do this burn. It does look absolutely insane. But you gotta remember all this sideways velocity we got. Yeah, sideways velocity. That's the technical term. Oh, 72. Wow, 72. Oh my goodness. That was like right above the atmosphere. We couldn't have cut that more fine. 30 meters per second relative speed. And actually, the earlier we can get that encounter too, the better. I think. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Okay, yeah, perfect. 8.4 meters per second relative speed. And yeah, right before our apoapsis so that we have time to refuel. And yeah. That is amazing. We're coming for you, big boy. Well, anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like. Subscribe for new videos. Have a great day, rest of your day. And yeah, next time we will be sending our relay towers off to Dres. See you guys then.